Welcome, guys. Welcome, 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 one, welcome all. All right, guys. Today we'll be looking at some simple interest past paper questions. The years. This represent the year. So this was June 1991. This was 95. All right. We got Mr. Montague from the Ministry of Education who provide me with this worksheet. Many more to come, guys. Many more to come. For those of you who want a distinction, and for those of you who want 100% in your PEP examination, you want to master your CPA and GUILDS, you want to do your GCSE, SAT, whatever exam you are doing, this is the place for you. Alright? And see, guys, maths, English, biology, chemistry, physics, information technology, TE, FN, geography, social studies, history. We have some and keep subjects. More to come, alright? Crazy work, Sabine put in. So, wish the very best for you guys. Some of you will be home. Want to attend to everyone, alright? Just hit me up, let me know what you would love, and I will get it done. Even if it's not immediately, I will get it done. All right, let's go, guys. By now, you guys should have did these two on your own. That's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to try ahead of me. You know, yeah, and see where you make an error, or if I make an error, you can point it out to me and say, sir, I think you made an error there. Pick up all my students, pick up all my subscribers, pick up the persons who are watching, who are not yet a subscriber, and you still don't want to subscribe, that's okay. But you can always come back and watch the videos. Once you are benefiting from it, it is a plus for me. That's my objective. All right, let's proceed. So June, this was June 1991. The simple interest on 5,000 for 4 years is 8,100. Calculate the rate percent per annum. So we know that simple interest is equal to the principal times the time times the rate. Either someone here, someone. And based off of the rate, we get 100 because the rate is expressed as a percentage. So because of the percentage, we get the 100 there. All right, a lot of persons don't really understand why we get it. So let us put in what they gave us. This is the principal. I always tell my students, label each part first. It's very important. This is the time, and this is a simple interest. Very carefully. And we are asked to find R. All right, so let us put in what you know. The simple interest is 8,100. And again, guys, a calculator is allowed. This is paper 2. The principal is 15,000. We got my principal. Thank you for believing in me. Yeah. Straight. One thing I mean, peeps. So the time is 4 years, and we don't know the R, all right? But we know that the rate is expressed in percentage, and that's over 100. All right. Let us see. What we're gonna be doing, guys, is a simple make R the subject of the formula. So like we have this right here, dividing. Over here is going to be multiplying. So let me just do that step right now. So now waste some time. I'm going to put it in the calculator. So we have 8,100. This 100 is being divided, so it has got times. I don't have the space, the luxury of space. It's just the opposite happening, right? And then what's being multiplied, the 15,004, it's going to be divide. So it's the inverse. The inverse of multiplication is division. Inverse of division is multiplication times 4. Again, guys, I'm just gonna put this in my calculator. I'm not going to waste any time. So it's 8,100 times 100 That's equal to, I'll just show you step the other first. So everybody really inclined. I could have divided by 100 and so forth, you know, calculate the zeros, but since it's not multiple choice, I could just do it the long way. Some persons will not get applicator for everyone, alright? And this is supposed to give us 60,000, right? Because it's 15 times 4. Now we divide that, and bam, we get the number of pairs. Again, I'm using a calculator, and it's 13, no, percent, it's 13.5%. Percent rather, guys, yes, because it's the rate, so it's 13.5%. So that would be the rate at which simple interest. Put the dots so persons can see. Again, guys, you can like the video. If you don't want to like it, that's okay also. Alright, let's look at this one. I'm just gonna go where you can see both of them. Go ahead and try number 3 also, alright? So it says, and this was June 2095. The simple interest on a sum of money invested at 3% per annum for 2 years was $395. Calculate the sum of money invested. So this time they do not want the rate, but they want the sum of money, which is the principal. So this time they're asking you to find the principal. No need to panic. It's the same procedure. Simple interest principal times rate times time. I will say because of the rate, you're gonna get 100. So we can put that. All right. So let's put in what we have. So we get the rate to be 3%. So we know it's 3%. We know that the time is 2 years. And the simple interest was 39.75. And that is times the principal. We don't know the principal. I'll put that over 100. And we do the same thing, right? You know it's a principal. So principal, the principal Williams, 39.75. Times 100 because we're transposing. Divided by 3 times 2. So we do the inverse. So that's gonna punch it in the calculator. You guys should do that. We could just easily move this decimal place 2 places. It will be 1, 2 because you're multiplying by 100. Not to do that because we have to teach you the every little style. Once you're multiplying by something that ends with like 100, 10,000, actually moving it to our right. So we get 3,975 divided by 6. And as you can imagine, guys, the principal would be rather a bigger number. So don't feel it look right. And we get 600. So the principal invested was $662.50. And that would be the principal. All right. By now, you guys should have completed number 3 also, right? as I gave you guys time. Let me just carry so you guys. And guys, you see me start do them something here because people taking down my videos. I work very hard, you know, guys. Whether you guys believe it or not, it's very not easy to be doing these videos. Almost 300 videos in 8 months. It's not easy. Alright, so allow people to just take down my things and act like it's theirs. It's unfair to me. Alright, so this one was June 04. That's 2004. Mr. Mitchell deposited 40,000 in the bank and earned a simple interest of 7% for 2 years. Calculate the amount you will receive at the end of a 2-year period. So this one now is a little bit different. The one, but they're basically telling you to calculate it year 1 and then year 2. All right, that's what they're basically telling you. So them say for 2 years, so then give you all of this, but them say at the end of a 2-year period. So it's basically yearly. They want it. So we calculate 7%. So it's 7. So this is year 1, 7 times 2. Oh Lord, let me see how much money for that. This was 40,000. And guys, remember it's multiplication. So I don't want person say, how come you put the principal over here? So I'm principal normally over here. So all right, so make we calculate the simple interest. And assume so that them all for you. 42 times 560,000 divided by 100. That give you 5,600. So he's gonna receive this. The hardest thing to write is tell you. So we just add this to this. So this is the simple interest amount, and the amount I'm going to receive is a simple interest, right? And we just add it to it as opposed to receive. All right, number 4, let me just go more. And this is June 02. Henry opened a bank account with $550. After 1 year, the bank paid in interest. Henry now adds $650 in his account. Work out as a percentage the bank rate of interest. So I will have to say no. His initial investment was $550. And then now, after interest, we get $650. So we have to know how much interest rate he got, right? So basically, he gained $100. $650 minus $550. So that's $100. 550. As we want to find out the percentage this time, times 100%. So E gained, the rate is 18. It's a recurring decimal. All right, so that will be our answer. The percentage as the interest. All right, we go on to Jill now. Again, guys, go ahead of me and do the question. Jill opened an account at a different bank. The bank rate of the interest was 6%. After 1 year, the bank paid Jill interest. The amount in her account was now 2,360. Calculated money Jill used to open the account. All right, so they gave us the percentage rate and they gave us the amount she received. So we have to find out the initial investment, all right? All right, so let's go. So we know that, how did they get this? They found 6% of the initial amount and added to this, right? So let's go. So what they did was this 6%. Look at the number, but we don't know. And the result was 2,306. So we need to find this. In essence, I really 106% this year. I put it the long way. So this is equal to 2,306. What's divide, multiply, what's multiply, divide. Get the calculator. Something right. You open an account and the bank rate was interest was 6%. After 1 year, the bank paid you interest amount. Oh, so this was the amount. Was 2,360. The amount of money you used to open your account. So this represents 106. Not really, so 6. Because after this 6% added. So this represents 106. Rather. So this will be 106. After putting in this into motor. So he invested 2,175 and some cents, which is 47 cents. All right, guys, let me just explain this. The interest, in essence, this represents when the interest added to it, right? So if the interest are 6%, this represents 106%. So the initial amount invested was $2,175.47. All right, on to number 5, January 98. Anna, big up yourself, Anna from Queens. So you know what she's going to do exam already. So that big up. All right, January 98. Anna puts 2,005 to Anna's. Oh, yeah, I see it. Anna puts 2,005 in the bank and left it for 2 years. At the end of a 2-year period, she found that she had 2,700. Calculate the simple interest earned. All right, guys, this is pretty straightforward because if you have 2,500 in there, and now you have 2,700, you can just subtract that 200 again. So it will be 2,700. Sometimes maths is so simple. Minus 2,500. So she gained $200 on her money. Money, everybody love money. So that is $200. And then they ask us now to calculate the annual rate percent paid by the bank. All right, so we could just put it up in a simple interest form now, and then we match it up. So simple interest. We have all the information now. We have the rate and we have everything, right? So at the rate them I'll find. So let us see now. The principal was 2,005, because that's what she put first. Time was 2 years. And it asks us to find the rate. 2,7 important, you know, guys, because that's the simple interest, right? So I should have put the 2,7 over here. So I'm going to go across out. No. But we have to use the information they give us, right? So when we go over here, so now it will be 2,7. We do so many of these, everyone should be say, oh, multiply by 100 since it's being divided. And divide by 2,5 and 2. Now we get the rate, we get the rate, get the rate, we get the rate. All right, I'm going to the calculator again because we can't bother with them, guys. Big girl, but that's a 2,7 times 100. Well, that's 270,000. I'm just writing it out for the persons who have to see each step. Some people have to see each step, you know, and then blank. So I'm a cater for them too. All right. I want you guys to go ahead and do number 6. I'm gonna assume, and then 2,500 that will be divided by 5,000. 225 times that give us 5. Punch that in your calculator, and then you get the rate. Punch it in your calculator, and then you get the rate. So 270,000. Rate big enough to be a big rate divided by 5,000. 54%. No, something right with that. Can't write. That can't write, you know. If it's only $200 then gain, $200. Oh, that would be 54%. A joke thing that, Sabine. Oh, yeah, the guys, something right. That can't write. That makes no sense. She left it for 2 years, yeah. At the end of the 2 years, she bought here 7. Just $200. So that's right. Remember, it's a simple interest earned. Share of vessel. So 200 in the vessel. Jesus. This should have been 200, guys. Because of the simple interest earned. I said there's no way it could be 54% and the rate can't be 54%. It'll be more money. Alright, let's check. Oh, you're right, you're right. It's actually right. Yo, man, lose it, you know? I'll lose it, I swear. All right, so June 99, Pamela borrowed 2.5 at 12% per annum, simple interest for 2 years. In addition, a fee of $200 is charged for processing the loan. Calculate the sum of money which she will have to repay the bank at the end of 2 years. So make me see where I go on now. So Pamela borrowed 2.5, the principal at 2.5, the rate at 12%, and the interest, the time at 2 years. But in addition, she have to pay $200. So this is a fixed amount. So we can just say fix. That now going to change. So I could just put that amount right here. So a fixed amount of $200. So whatever interest something, we're going to add this to it. So we have the $200 fixed, right? Work out the simple interest now. It's 2.5 times 12%. I'm gonna write out the formula because I write it out many times already. And time is 2 years. So we'll work out that, we add it to the 200. So it's 2.5 times 12 times 2. That's 60,000 divided by 100. So that's $600. So this one, 6 plus 2 is 800. Let's move on. The profit percent the bank makes on the loan. So we have to go back. Oh, guys, she actually got repay back the 250, you know, with an additional 600. So this is how the interest that she got paid. You can borrow 2.5 and pay back 800. So with the 2.5 add to this. It's a total we shall repay because that's what it says, the sum of money. Yeah, so we have to pay back this 2.5 to the initial amount, which makes sense. So this was 0, 0, 8, 5, 3, 5, 1. So in all, shall go pay back 3,300. I shall pay back the simple interest plus the fixed rate plus she have to pay back the 2.5 she borrow. So in essence, she have pay back 3,300. So now, for the next part, they say the interest the bank make. Like a subtract that. Profit percent, right? So it's percent, so it's 2.5, which is the initial amount. 133 times 100. Let's calculate the percent. All right, so it's 25 divided by 3300 times 100. How come now? This can't be it. It's what they no, they say what they gain. Profit. Profit on this. The profit it'll be this subtract. It'll be 3 subtract 25. So that's about 800. Well on there, guys. Well on there. It's not right. Oh, really. Yeah, guys. As I say, you can do this way, but students not gonna understand. Because what I could have done is to say complete this and then subtract it from 100 and still get the answer. But as a teacher, I have to do the right thing, right? So profit itself. So it'll be the profit it'll be 3,300 minus 25, right? So that means that our $800. So we could cross out this. If we can do that way, then subtract it from 100, more students get the full understanding. Profit at 800. And we are going to express that over the initial loan, which was what, 25. So that'll be 800 divided by the 25. So you get 32%. Large amount job. So it's 32% on the 25D profit. So them gain $800 basically. Thief, the bank them are thief. All right, 3 monthly installment if you required to pay the loan in 24 equal monthly installments. Again, total she are gonna repay at 3,300. So for over 22-year period or 24 months, it will be divided by 24. That was pretty straightforward. As remember, you know, she gonna pay back 3,300 over the period. So each month she would pay this. I know come here pictures, right? Codes and singer 137.5. Let's go to the other one. And this one is June 03, so that's 2003. A man deposit $800 in his account at a bank, which offers 6% simple interest per annum. How much interest would he receive on the $800 after 9 months? Very tricky. All right. So the simple interest, we know simple interest. Let's write it. A long time I write it down. Is equal to P times P times R. And that's divided by interest as the percent. All right, but this time it's 9 months. So guys, you see the time is expressed in years. So we have to convert the 9 months to years. A lot of times students make a lot of mistakes at that. So it's $800 times 6. Now 9 months is the same thing as 6. 9 over 12 So that are basically 3/4. So we can hope people see that, we can convert that to a decimal. Very easier to work out. Again, this is on my channel a long time ago. So multiply this by 0.75. Alright, I'll still divide by the whole thing. With these peeps, with this, let us work out everything and then the answer. Alright, so that's what 800 times 6 times 0.75. That work out to 3,600, and then we divide that by 100. So we get 36, exactly 36. So only 36. Alright, so let's go down to the other one now. Alright guys, so part 2 say how long would it take for the $800 to increase to $992? So basically the materials are the same rate, so you rate at 6%. But this time, instead of 9 months, we will find the time. Alright, so I'm commit. So principal are the same, so it's 800 times the 6. We don't know the rate. We don't know the time. Right? But we know say we're supposed to get what? 992. So we're just going to transpose again. Again, this is really common sense. They set it up away, but it's really common sense. So we're going to transpose for t. So we're going to make one step, right? We transpose, this are divide, so we times by 100, and we divide by this. So it's 800 times 6. Okay, I'll cancel 13, guys. And then it would be 990 divided by that. Anyway, I use the calculator. I'm gonna get 20.6. So much here is that. So when Corona got there, alright, so June 92, space kind of limited. Mary borrowed $3,000 at a rate of 8% per annum. Interest is compound annually. Calculate the total amount owed at the end of 2 years. So this one is different. This one is compound interest. And compound interest is, I did something like this on my channel the other day. Times 1 times the rate, and then divide by how many times it compound. Well, this compound annually, so 1 year, right? And then n times t, so n and t represent the number of times it compound times the years, right? But in this term, it's going to be, let's put it in information. The years, the time are going to be what? 2 years. Alright, so I can put in all that information now. And again, guys, remember you have to do the core part first. So the initial amount or the principal are 3,000. plus 1. The rate at 8%, guys. So this is the same thing as 8 over 100. We are converted to decimal. Some people now go see. So let's put some zeros, right? So decimal place here, so you move 1, 2. So this give it 0.08. And then we divide this by 1 because it compounds annually. So it means a one time it a compound per year. You see, if it was semi-annually, we'd divide by 2. If it was quarterly, we'd divide by 4. So this tells us the number of times we it a compound. This the 1 year. Alright. So in this case, it's a compound 1 time. So this works out to anything divided by 1 or anything. So we get the 0.2. Guys, we don't have a space, so I'm going to try to explain. And then the number of years are 2. So when we work out the bracket, we get 1. It's very simple, you know. A lot of people find it challenging, but it's very simple. It's going to be 1, so we add 1 to this, so we get 1.08 to the square. Guys, remember, we must do the power part first. Bundas rule. We have to do the power part first. So I'm going to do that, and then we times it. So it's 1.08 to the second 4. So we get 1.1664 times 3,000, and that's the answer. We got dispute on this. Those guys were excellent at compound interest. So great students may have been a man. So it's 3,499. Oh Lord, it's almost 35.2. And that would be an answer. Alright, let me see if we can get some more in. Time going. This was June 85. So guys, they're not in order. So we see June 92 and then we see June 85. Alright, 5,000 were put in a fixed deposit account on January 1. January 1, 1984 for 6 months. So it's half a year. So we can just identify them putting it from ready. The rate per annum was 12.25. On July 1, 1984, the total amount received was invested for a further 6 months. So it's, but the rate changed now to 12%. Calculate the final amount received at the end of the year. So basically, guys, we are going to use the 0.5 because it's not really a year. Even though it's compound, even though the rate is per annum, it's really 6 months. So the initial investment was for 6 months at 12.5%, and then it reduced to 12%. So I'm going to do it the first 6 months. This question can be a bit tricky. I like it though. I like critical thinking kind of thing. So it's 5,000. So the time 0.5, because remember, say 6 months are half the time, all right? Half the time. And the rate at 12.5%. Let's punch that everything in my calculator and work that out. So that's 5,000. Students, do not think they can cut this rate in half, you know. A lot of students do that. I've given question and students say because of half here, they cut the rate by half. Don't do that. All right, guys. It's only this you must adjust. Instead of 1 year, you do by 0.5. Just point that out as my students. Them. So that works out to 312.5. All right. All right. So it's the same 5,000 invest. However, this I got added to it because remember after 6 months, right? So this I guess him want him do it it's just 6 months. So whatever I'm gain on it, that I go be on the principal now. So we're gonna add this to the principal because it's not just 5,000 now. The money has increased because of the 6-year period, him gain this on it. So when him gain, we have to add, right? Because I like say 5,000 again. 5,000, 5,003, 2.5. But this time it's gonna be 12%. So it's 5. Why am I right? 1,531, 2.5. Same 0.5 now because I half here again. I might now 1 complete here, madam. This at 12%. So after I collect that money, then you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait. So you take the money, him take the money. Alright. So my question now. So it's 5,003. 5,003. 0.5 times 0.5 times 12%. That's 31,875 divided by 100. So that's 318.75. So this is the amount he's gonna gain for the second investment. So we can call this the first investment, and this is the second investment. So now the initial he had 5,312. So now we are going to add this to it, and that would be the total money in out. Him rich, him rich, him rich. Him rich, him rich, him rich. 0.5. I'm just gonna do it in the calculator though. 0.75. I'm just gonna use the calculator for I'm not gonna CSEC is not testing if you can add, right? It's the workout in once. So this is 3. Let's do this for the person. I know them still already, right? I have to see everything. Reina, big up yourself. All right. So plus 5,312.50. So in all, you would have gotten. And again, guys, I'm just punching a calculator because at the time 631 2.5. So this are the total money after 1 year. Guys, just reason out them question here. They are not hard, just reason them out. Alright? Yeah, just reason them out. That's as simple as that. Alright. So June 01, 2001, a building society offers a rate of 11% per annum, simple interest, bet and deposited 2,400 in the society for 15 months. All right, guys. So we made it out, and it's a calculate the amount of money due at the end of this period. Oh, you want to say this separate from this? Yeah. So I'm going to work out this for 15 months. Again, guys, we have to convert it to 3 months. 12, it will be 1 year and 3 months, right? And 3 months is the same thing as 0.25. So it's 1.25. So them smart. So it's 11 times the 24. I will know simple interest of principal times time times r. No matter, it's multiplication, right? Our the trick to this question is just to convert the 15 months here. So it's 1.2. It's 1.25 really. That's all. Not you, jelly. Yeah. Alright. And then we'll work out that. And that'll be the answer. So it's 11 times 24 times 1.25. That's 33,000. And we divide by 100 and we get 330. Alright, okay, so the question is calculate the amount of money due to her at the end of this period. So it would be the amount of money due to her, you know, would be this, the interest plus the 24. Sometimes they don't set the question, but they can reason it out straight. But from our experience, you know, kind of how the thing go. Alright, so this is 0, this is 3, this is 7, and this is. So at her disposal, she have this. Alright, because what she invests plus what she gain. I don't think CSEC, if you add 330, they would penalize you, you know, because at the end of the day, question is not clear. Well, they didn't just say for the simple interest alone. It is clear, it is clear. Of my apology. It did say the amount of money due to her. So we have to know, so alright, she invests and it's due to her, you know. Alright, the next one says now the building society charge her processing fee of 1.5. Calculate this fee as a percentage of the money originally deposited. Alright. So notice they say originally, right? So the processing fee of 1,500. Put it on here so like also. So if you process your loan, they're gonna cost you 1,500. And then say calculate this fee as a percentage of the money originally deposited. So what was the original deposit? Let me see how much money should they invest. That was 2.4. So notice them say original, so we can't use nothing else. Then just want to see if you understand percentage. Alright, very simple. Adele, big up on yourself. Big up everybody we're joining. Guys, remember this is a recording. So big up everybody we are watch and large. Remember, Mr. Bennett is here to stay. And a normal thing we are doing. You know. So that is 62. The processing fee are there though. So after the deposit, awesome. A question then make up sales. So. All right, it's kind of getting easier now. January 95, calculate 15% of 320. What's the answer, guys? 15% of 320. Percent means out of 100. Probably going to end the live here soon. Have a lot of stuff to get rid of. What we can do, guys, is basically depends on how many persons watch this and so on. We need a part 2. We get some more and we do a part 2. So 15% of 320 is 48. Oh, they never put no money. Yo, sorry guys. This was just 48. If we use to money, you know. So 48, 15% would be 48. Oh God, this is too simple. 40% of that. I'm just gonna stop here. I think they're getting simpler and simpler. Guys, like the video. If you want a part 2, just let me know based on the number of likes and the number of views. Alright, so that's when I will do the part 2. %40 is almost a half, so I expect a big amount. Someone reason out the thing in an exam, right? 40% of a number is almost like a half, right? So if a 6-3, we expect something like 2,000 something. All right, see then, 2,520. All right. And look at that's the number 12, like how we are seeing. Calculate the simple interest earned on 500 invested for 3 years at, you know what guys, leave this one in the comment section. Leave this one in the comment section. Calculate the simple interest earned on $5,000. That's the principal. Why am I telling you that? I want to know that. This is the time and this is the rate. All right, guys, this is Mr. Bennett. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you make it to the end, guys, just look out. If you want a distinction in maths, this is a place for you. This is Mr. Bennett. I'm out, no doubt. Thank you all for watching.